Even as you come in to land in Kathmandu, the roof of the world opens up and the Himalayas beckon. You quickly realize that it doesn't matter which side of the road you drive on. After checking into my hotel, it was time to take in the sights of Kathmandu.
त्यो राणामा सँगै चढौला नि उकालो झर्ने सँगै ओह्रालो तिमी र म घुम्न जाउँ न
अनि चर्को घामले पोल्दा नि घरी पर्दी हल्ला नि तिमी बिरतीको छाता ओढाउला
माया जालैमा मै खाइदिउँला गालैमा हुन्छ किन हुन्न भन न
अनि जालमा एक्लै छड्छौ कि माला पत्रै पार्छौ कि साथ फेरो लाउँछौ कि नै भन न
I did not sleep much that night, anxious that over the last 4 days no flights were allowed in and out of Lukla. But once I realized that our helicopter was going to take off, I became a child again. Soon after arriving in Lukla, I met my guide or Joy. Really, his name is Ajay, but that's how he pronounces it. He was a little camera shy, and we started walking, and we're hoping to get towards Benkar today. After walking through the gate that honors the first lady to have climbed Mount Everest, we descended down towards the ticketing counter where I had to pay $60 to walk in these Sagarmatha National Park. Sagarmatha is the Nepali name for Everest. As I walk down this trail, I'm reminded about what someone asked me recently. Why would anyone punish themselves in this way? He said. To me, this journey is more in line with Rudyard Kipling's Kim. Just as Kim and the Lama embark on a journey of enlightenment, this for me, in a way, is a journey of self-discovery. It is one in which I wish to explore the limits of what is not usual for me. Fortunately, I'm walking in the eastern Himalayas, on the route that Hillary and Tenzing took in 1953, and far away from the current conflict between India and Pakistan on the western frontier. With apologies to Nancy Sinatra and Jessica Simpson, these boots were made for walking. have to share the road with everyone. It's taken me about 4.5 hours to arrive at Pakding. I was hoping to go another 2 hours onto Bangkok, so I'd have a shorter trek tomorrow. But as you can see, it's raining quite heavily, and I think the prudent thing to do would be to just stay here in Pakding and start early and try to get to Namche tomorrow. Here in Pakding, I'm looking through a frosted window. It's pretty cold outside. For breakfast this morning, I'm having Tibetan bread with eggs and masala chai. The Tibetan bread is deep fried. Yeah, this is Adzoy.
Yes.
Is my guide, and so where are we going today, Adzoy?
Yeah, Namche today.
How long the trek is going to
Something
be?
here from 7 or something. Yeah, I remember.
7?
Yeah, 7 hours something.
7 hours?
Yeah.
And how much uphill?
Something here from we will go Jorsale. Jorsale will lunch place. Something here from 4 hours.
Beautiful day to start trekking again. Waterfall near Tok Tok. So we've been walking for about 2 hours now, and we stopped in this lovely place called Bangkok. We have another 3 hours to Jasali, and then onto the iconic Hillary Bridge, hoping to get to Namche Bazaar in another 6 to 7 hours. The trek's going to get just more and more difficult. Gotta just power on to see how it goes. steep path downhill, and I can't imagine what's going to be like coming back up that. The path kind of follows the riverbed, so it's a little more treacherous in parts, but not too harsh on the feet. And just for a short distance, and then there's a more formal path ahead. And it's beautiful to hear the water rushing by alongside. This is Jocelyn. We're still 1.5 hours away from the Hillary Bridge, and probably 4 hours away from Namche. I'm really looking forward to seeing the Hillary Bridge. There's a straight path from the stairway to where I'm standing. However, because of the landslide, it makes it very unsafe. So I had to climb all the way up somewhere there, and then climb all the way back down just to get here. What a moment. My first glimpse of the Hillary Bridge. About halfway up just to get to the bridge. It's about a 150-meter drop to the riverbed. Quite satisfying to realize that it's only part of the way, but I've checked from as far as the eye can see the river, all the way along the river, along the path, climbed up over the Hillary Bridge, which is hidden behind those trees, and then halfway up this mountain now through this path, zigzagging across until we've come to this point, but there's a long way up yet. We finally made it to Namche Bazaar. I'm so happy that I actually got here. Been trekking for about 10 hours now, and yeah, I feel good. My hotel is right on top of the hill, so still a hike up there. It's early morning in Namche Bazaar, and already the donkeys are heading back to Lukla to pick up their next load. Namche is the central trading point that connects India to the Silk Route in Tibet. Whilst in Namche, I was very fortunate to meet 16 monks who had come to pray at the monastery attached to the hotel. Burning juniper leaves helps cleanse the air of all evil spirits before the monks read from 16 books that made up the Tibetan Buddhist scriptures. The playful monks even tried to get me to mock read from the Subota scriptures. Getting to share a bit of the llama's food. This is dal bhat with rice and dal and some paneer, some potatoes and cauliflower, a little bit of spinach, some bitter gourd, some chilies and some pickled carrots. Yeah, sumptuous food. Later on, we headed off to the Everest viewpoint and the Sherpa Cultural Museum, from where on a clear day one would have a good view of Everest. And then it was back down to Namche Bazaar, which is the capital of the Khumbu region of Everest. It's an interesting place that comes with bakeries and coffee shops, massage places for weary trekkers, as well as a Walmart and a Hotel Hilton. It's cold here in Namche. I'm just trying to warm up after a cold shower. I noticed it snowed outside last night and it's about -2 now. I hope there's not too much snow on the trail as I trek upwards. Another 500 meters today. My goal was to stop at Namche Bazaar. However, after acclimating for 18 hours, I decided to go 500 meters higher to about 4,200 meters and 10 kilometers further. Even at an elevation of 3,700 meters at Namche Bazaar, Kongdae towers majestically at 6,200 meters. What's that big mountain on the top?
No mountain, only just rock.
Is this rock?
Yes, rock. 8,808 meters Everest, and this only just a rock. No mountain.
It's quite daunting when you look at the trail from Namche Bazaar. It's 500 meters elevation at about 60 degrees. But when you're actually on it, it's not too bad because you have to take it one step at a time and you can't really see your destination, and that's a little helpful in a way. It's still difficult nonetheless, but makes it a little bit more bearable. This is how much higher we've climbed from Namche Bazaar. It's pretty hot right now. I had to take my jacket off, but it's an exhausting uphill. My oxygen saturation at this moment is about 70% and my heart rate about 130 beats per minute. Like so many, I've been obsessed with seeing Everest. However, Everest is only one of 14 mountains in this area that's over 8,000 meters. And I think sometimes we forget to appreciate the beauty that lies before us. And we should take a moment to really appreciate the journey and not focus just on the destination. Well, we didn't get a good enough view of Everest. However, as Tenzing said, 7 times I've tried and 7 times I've returned. Not with force or anger, not like a soldier to an enemy, but with the love of a child that climbs onto the lap of its mother. So I'll try again tomorrow. Anyhow, I think for today we're going to walk another 5.5 hours. I wanted to see the fabled scalp of Yeti at the monastery in Kumjing village, and that's where we're going to head off to now. I hope that bit of Tibetan throat chanting didn't scare you, but we ended off our day by visiting a school built by Edmund Hillary. As I wait for the clouds to lift and a window of opportunity to open up to see Everest, I'm contemplating my journey downwards today, 30 kilometers with a steep decline in the first 20 kilometers, and then along the Dudkosi River back towards Pakding and Lukla. It's not the best view, but a tiny window does open up and one can see Everest on the second left ridge. It's certainly easier coming down, less difficult on the breathing, a little more challenging on the knees, but I realize that one false step and yak knack, paddywhack, this whole man will come tumbling down. Good job. This is mountain honey. It's toxic. Bees collect pollen from the poisonous rhododendron plant, which grows in abundance in this area. Locals still have half a teaspoon at a time. Proof enough, perhaps, that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's a bright morning at the Sherpa Shangri-La Resort just before Pakding. We arrived late last night after a 10-hour trek, 4 hours of which was in the rain. It was dark for the last hour of trekking and we made our way with headlamps, but managed to get here and excited to rest for a couple of days here. How I wish that time could stand still, that I could savor this moment forever. I realize how privileged I am. People here wouldn't hesitate trading places with me to escape the poverty, the disease, and natural disasters like earthquakes. I recognize how selfish it is of me to think that time should stand still, just so that my traveling eyes could feast on this idyllic beauty.
आज है दोज़ख सीने में कुछ तो जी ले हम इस जीने में चले छोड़ इन शहरों को उन पर्वत की कोख में
My journey ends where it began, at the world's most dangerous airport in Lukla. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful journey. And like so many things in life, when our legs don't carry us anymore and our tongue cannot articulate what we're thinking, we are able to still smile and reflect on the memory of our travels. To my family and friends, goodbye until we meet again.